Welcome to the Clearview Ice Arena for tonight's CHE Men's Division 4 matchup between your Robert Morris Colonials and the Carnegie Mellon Tartans. I am Andrew Keel, alongside me Caden McCrory, as we look for a RMU sweep this weekend, 4-0 to start the weekend.
Yeah, it's a really good start here between all the teams. D1, of course, now has to maintain pace as they're battling Duquesne. That gets started the same time as this one. But D3 handled business. D2 handled business. Everything is going according to plan. D1 handled West Virginia last night. So now D4 has to handle the job, D1 has to handle the job, and we get a 6-0 weekend. Perfect.
It's been a while since we could have said that.
Yeah.
As we get the blue lights for the first time in a long time.
We do, and that's only because Austin McLean was doing a game on the other rink, and Phil bullied him into doing it. So he said, Austin, you are staying, and you're doing the blue lights for me for D4. And he said, okay, and that's just how it happened.
We look at our goaltending matchup. It is a exact mirror of the championship game last year. It is Brock Maraska and it is Rylan Morgan.
Yeah, two of the best, I'd say. Rylan Morgan is a big reason of why CMU ended up in the championship game last year. He had a phenomenal game against Penn State Altoona, and a big reason to lead the Tartans to that point. And, of course, Brock Maraska. He's been phenomenal taking the starting role since Luke Sukowski's called up to D3. He's handled it very well, and a big reason why the Colonials maintain the top of the CHE.
Although, saying that, it does look like Will Krofchick is in the crease, as if we look to our left. But I did see the score sheet, and I did see Riley Morgan on it.
Well, it's
we'll find out shortly.
Game time decision, I guess.
As the Colonials coming off a heartbreaking loss, 5-1 to Altoona, Penn State Altoona, in a must-win game for them if they want to take the regular season title now, not in their own favor. They need help if we want to take the
Okay, it's not Morgan.
Morgan was listed as a starter, but Krofchick will take the straw to the blue line. But the Colonials no longer in control of their own destiny to win the regular season title.
It's going to be a tall task, and I think CMU is going to have to play a big part in that, especially when they do play Penn State Altoona in just a couple of weeks. So Carnegie Mellon, it has to kind of be the best friend of RMU right now. Do we think how you can handle Penn State Altoona? Probably not unless the D3 kids come down. So it's going to have to be CMU as the one to take them down, because no matter what, like you said, RMU can beat Penn State Altoona. It's not going to change anything. Yeah. They control the destiny.
The Colonials, past couple games, have had a rough couple start to the season, start to game, so change up here from Bosong. They're starting with the grind unit. They're starting with Boris Miles and DiDomenico here for the Colonials instead of starting with the normal number one unit.
I like the move here. You want to see, your bottom guys try to earn their spots in the lineup and earn the right to start a game. And I think this fourth line has a really good opportunity here tonight.
As we get a chance to hear from Mr. John Tucci right now. For the Colonials, it's been two different stories the past two games. 2 games ago, at home versus Cal, they take 15 players get a point in that game. Just 1 week ago, only 3. So a big difference in points in these last 2 games.
Yeah, it's really the changing the tide. I guess that's what happens when you go from a team that has struggled like Cal to a team that's looking for vengeance in Penn State Altoona. And now going into a team like Carnegie Mellon, it's not going to get much easier.
It is not going to get easier at all. One name to look for, John Wayne Kravitz, number 8. Longest active point streak, only point streak above 2 games. He's at a 6-game point streak. We're looking at 9 points right now and 4 goals on the season in 6 games.
Yeah, really impressive for the sophomore that just got named an assistant captain as well. Really deserving of that honor, and he's really taken that role as one of the top dogs on forward and really has run with it. The other one I want to look forward to is the captain, Nate Barr. His younger brother, Cody, scored a goal in D3 earlier. He has the whole North Carolina family in attendance. If there's any game for Nate Barr to continue his absolute hot streak as of late, it's tonight in front of his family.
That is true. Colonial's going to face a new goalie for the first time. They'll be facing Krofchek. Every time that the Colonials have played Carnegie Mellon, it has either been Riley Morgan or their other goalie that is not on the team anymore that I don't remember.
Yeah.
So a first time they're playing this new goalie in 4 years that they've played against this team. Puck is down, and Carnegie Mellon takes it away to Tartans in the offensive zone. Shot from the point, save made by Moroska. Antonellis can't clear. Bucci can't get it out either, and it's kept in at the line. Shefty will send it down. It's picked up by Bucci. Bucci will send it around. It's intercepted once again by the Tartans as they seem to be hot off the gate. Shot there is blockered away. Antonellis will take it behind the net. He'll move it to Borsch. Borsch over to Miles. Miles will send it in deep off the hit. It'll be picked up by Sheftik, who will get it out. But Antonellis will try and intercept, and he will move it up to DiDomenico, who will send it in the offensive zone. Borsch cutting in, tries to get around the defenseman. Will get around one, moving in through the crease. Had Krofchik guessing. He didn't even know where it was coming.
Yeah, a really good shot from Borsch just to get something on net there and challenge the new goaltender.
Beach will send it in and go to the bench. Riffner, the alternate captain, will flip it off the boards and out. It'll be picked up by Iorio. Sent back in by Bauer. Tartans threatening again. The Colonials known for rough starts. In their 4 losses, most, if not all of the goals in the game came in the first 10 minutes. So it's definitely something to look for if you're the Colonials. Riffner, he's going to take it up himself. He's now got a 2-on-2 developing with Bosong. Just rolls off his stick. Barr can't keep it offsides, and we have a whistle for offsides.
Yeah, a player who had a point streak rolling for, I think, as long as anyone can remember, and Ryan Riffner doesn't get one against Penn State Altoona. And I know everyone says, oh, he has the ego, but he's really skilled. I really feel he needs to have a big game. I think it's going to start with him on the defense, providing a lot for the offense.
You can tell he's felt kind of down about his play. 11 points, it's not one to shock, but
no.
3 goals is not something you expect out of Riffner.
Especially when you look at last year. It's just baffling the difference in number of goals.
McSweeney will make his way in the offensive zone for the Tartans. He'll wrap it around the D, back to the point. Iorio's shot is blocked in front, where it's going to be picked up by Riffner over to Kravitz. Kravitz will leave it for Barr, who will flip it around the defense. Barr in towards the slot. Slapped away there by McSweeney. He will send it down. No icing is the call. Shaver will get there. Can't get a clean pass on that one. It's going to be set behind the net by Singh. Romano can't get it out. Fighting for it still. Riffner will eventually pick this one up. Make one Tartan miss, and now a 3-on-2 for the Colonials. Riffner moving in. Shot save made. Rebound is cleared out of there. Zeiss Miller, he'll send it behind the net. Too far for Romano. And now fighting for it. Chris Conley will pick this one up. Try and flip that one towards the net. Can't get there. Kept in by Zach Conley before fumbling it and losing the line. And now the Tartans will have possession. Sheftik. He'll flip it into the offensive zone. Zach Conley on the chase behind him. Sheftik will pick his pocket. Leaves it back for Larvin, who will try and send it around. No one there. Chris Conley picks it up for the Colonials. Chris Conley loses it a little bit, just far enough that no Tartan in the way. Zeiss Miller almost had a great opportunity pass was too high, but he's still going to be the first one to it behind the net. Slice Miller tries to send it up to the point to Zach Conley. Will find his way. Multiple fighting for it. Conley finally sends it in deep. It'll be picked up by Beach, who will try and flip it out. Page will keep it in. Fighting for it. Bryce Maraska helping to keep it in. He's now got it. Can't get a handle on that one. Had a beautiful chance in front. Tries to find Chris Conley in front. It's a bad bounce. Almost makes its way in from behind the net for Bryce Maraska.
Yeah, good look there for the rookie, and you had Mitch Klim as well getting in there in front of the net. I really like the opportunities thrown in front of the net of Krofchik. Challenging, nothing too crazy, but enough to make him move around his crease, try to feel him out. Because like you said earlier in the broadcast, no one shot on this goalie thunder before. This is a brand new goalie. You got to figure it out, and you got to figure it out quick.
Drass will lose that draw. It's going to be taken by Willem, who's going to send it in. More in on the chase. He'll beat out icing. Leaves it behind. Antonellis will get that away. Bryce Maraska fighting for it along the near boards. Big hit by Drass. And it'll eventually make its way out from Bryce Maraska. Morin goes all the way back into his defensive zone with Drass all on top of him. He's still going to carry. Send it in off of Bucci. The two Colonials hit each other. Glove save made by Maraska after the miscommunication by the Colonials.
Yeah, it's lucky you have times like that, a Brock Maraska to back you up. I'll give CMU credit so far to start this game. The chances they've had have really been quality chances, I think, in front of Maraska. And, you know, CMU kind of playing with a shortened bench. There's only, I think, 12 or 13 guys on that bench tonight. So they're going to get tired quick. They're going to try to make their most of their opportunities here early.
Bucci tries to clear, can't get it out. Borsch will take it, though, out of the zone. He'll flip it over to Miles. Miles with a 2-on-1 developing. Miles is shot. Blockered away. Sent back in front. No one there for the Colonials. Bauer gets it poked away, though. Renzel behind the net. Tries to send it to Borsch. He can't find his stick. Singh with it now. Singh cutting in. He'll send it in around. He'll be picked up by Bauer. Multiple bodies fighting for it. It'll eventually make its way to Miles, who will clear it out of the zone. Lee is back to get it. He'll send it up. Bauer, if he catches that pass, he could be away on a break as the Colonials were caught changing. Shaver, though, able to collect it. Up to Riffner. Riffner to Borsch. He will chip it in, but not all the way into Iorio will let it be there. Bauer will flip this one to Morin. And battling for it, cleared out of there by the defense. Maraska still down, blocked by Borsch. Maraska was down on that one. If that makes it to the net, that might be in. Rebound in front. Another great save by Maraska. Back there goes off the post from McSweeney. Colonial without a stick, trying to pick it up as Shaver. To the point, blocked again by Borsch. Riffner with it. Offense goes for a change, so it's just Riffner with it. No pressure from the Tartans, so they're going to be able to keep this one to Shaver. Shaver's shot gets blocked. Great play there by Riffner to allow the Colonials to make a full sail change and still have possession.
That's what he does
Travis
best.
with the slot. Bar's shot is blocked. They picked up by Lavin. Lavin gets crunched along the boards by Kravitz and sent in by Shaver. Moving up is McSweeney. Shot there gets blocked by Barr and goes into the far corner. Conley there to pick it up. He'll bounce it off the boards, kept in at the line. Sent across the crease over to Bosong, who will intercept and clear it out. No icing as Sheftik able to get there, and ref deemed he held up.
The whole D3 coaching staff up in the Hat-Trick Club watching this game as well.
Interesting little note there. Beach moving in. Beach will move that one back to the point. Point shot is blocked by a Tartan in front. Bosong will clear that out to Kravitz. He'll move it over to Barr. Barr will hit the line, send it in, and a change for the Colonials. Here comes the second line. Zach Conley on the rush for the Colonials. Almost pickpocketed that one. Oh, Romano almost cut that one off. Could have had a break in the slot. But the Tartans will keep possession and send it in. Chris Conley on the back. He'll flip this one up. No one there as Morin will take it. Morin's shot is saved away by Maraska. Morin makes his way around Romano. Back to the point. Marin passes this one down. Fans on the shot. Shot there is saved away by Maraska. Flip to the point. Zeiss Miller can't keep it out. Page will send it around to Romano. Now the Colonials trying to do something with it. Tartans once again putting on the offensive pressure. Here comes Marin. Marin gets taken down by Zeiss Miller. And Romano almost had another big hit. Weaver with it towards the slot. Marin, fans on the shot. He's got it again. Moves it across. The Oreo shot goes wide. 3 Colonials in there to get the puck. Zach Conley will come away with it. Tries to move it over to Page in front. Gets pass intercepted. It's been all Tartans right now. Flipped deeper into the zone by the D. Can the Colonials get this puck out of the offensive zone? Singh across. Shot there goes wide off the stick of Weaver. Chris Conley still can't get it out. Zach Conley will. And on net, so a full sail change for the Colonials. Kravchuk sends it to the corner so they can't take advantage of the full sail change.
Oh, they needed this change really badly, Andrew. And finally that Conley unit can get that puck out. But CMU with a really good offensive pressure.
Bryce Maraska pickpocketing, moving into the offensive zone. Hits the bottom of the dot. Save made. Rebound is sent wide. Sheftik. He gets battled on by Klim. Before sending it back to the D, back to Sheftik. Sheftik will move that one up. Singh, too far for him. Bucci will be there. Bucci will flip it past Klim. It'll make its way to a changing Tartan. Lee with it. He'll move this one to Singh. Singh gets it stolen. Antonellis. He'll send it in deep. Lee, he'll flip this one up. No one can find the puck. It'll eventually make its way to Beach, the captain of the Tartans. Over to Bauer. Bauer. Back to Lavin. Lavin's shot makes its way to Maraska, and a cover here. Tartans have been looking real strong so far.
Yeah, it's been a really strong showing for them. Getting a ton of opportunities on net. Thankfully, nothing has beat Maraska quite yet, but RMU defensively really needs to lock it down and get pucks out sooner, or else we have that minute-and-a-half stretch that we just have where every attempt is just not enough to clear the zone.
Getting a fresh set of bodies once again. That shot's going to go to the point and go high from Lee. Fourth line out. The grind units. Here comes Miles. Miles makes his way around Lee. Tries to leave it for Borsch. Will get there. Poked wide, though. Great save by Kravchuk. Clearing attempt gets blocked by Riffner. He's going to send it in. Colonials thought it was going to make its way out, so started making their way to the blue line. Colonials keep it in. Lee will try and clear it. Kept in again by Borsch. Multiple bodies fighting for it. Now it'll be eventually taken by Weaver. Shaver will poke it off his stick momentarily. Domenico on the back check, able to clear that one. And McSweeney shot is blocked by Riffner. He'll move it up to Borsch. Borsch just out of reach. Could have had a breakaway if that one's just an inch closer to him. Shaver with a huge hit at the blue line as he absolutely levels Lewis. Bosong's clearing attempt can't make it out. Colonials hopefully getting some momentum from that one. Blocked there by Barr. Colonials with it. Kravitz can't get it all the way out. Another great pass break by the Tartans. Riffner going to take it himself now. He's going to move into the slot. Gets his pocket picked that time by Willem. And Wilhelm moving in. Shot is saved away by Maraska. And whistle blown. Huge hit by Shaver.
Man, that got me fired up. I don't know about the bench, but that got me. What a hit. Clean. Just put him right on his behind. Exactly how you want it to be if you're Billy Shaver. Quick note on Connor Borsch. He's been playing his behind off. A couple block shots, a couple good chances. He's finished his check. He's really playing with fire tonight.
Colonials win the draw. It'll make its way to Kravitz, who will try and flip it over to Bosong off the boards. Can't make it. No icing is called. Believed it was chipped, sent in front, and they score! Nate Barr off the feed from Carter Bosong, and it's 1-0 Colonials.
It's almost like we manifested this a couple hours ago, didn't we? Cody Barr scores for D3. We bring Nate Barr on, and Nate Barr scores again.
Just like that.
Yeah, just
we
like that.
manifested it.
We were just magicians here. And then Carter Bosong, beautiful pass, feeds his man in front. John Wayne Kravitz still continue his point streak.
Yeah, that is number 7 games, I should say, for John Wayne Kravitz, increasing his secondary assist total up to 6. All of his assists have been secondary assists.
Doesn't matter how, if you get assists, that's what it matters at the end of the day.
Romano picks his pocket, but turned right back over to Sheftik. Zach Conley can't get it out. Sheftik will send it around. Zach Conley will be the first one to it. He'll send it over to Zach Page, who will get it out of the zone. Icing is currently the call, and icing is the call.
Nate Barr joked about on the broadcast. He said that his brother has a long way to go to catch up to him, and Cody scored his second career goal last night. This is Nate's 6th. So I think that gap is starting to close a little bit. Actually, the clock is running behind us, and that was about a nice 15-ish seconds that differentiate from the clock that we have, the clock that they have with the PA. So we'll have to add a couple of seconds on. We'll probably go to, 7:30 is my guess? Oh, we're going 7:37. We're getting a lot of extra time added on here.
Yeah.
We got 7:31.
Back off the draw. Shot gets blocked. Zeiss Miller with it as Tartan takes a tumble. Tries to hit Romano just out of his reach. Tartans try to clear it. Can't get it past Zeiss Miller. He's still going to have it. Flips it down to Romano. Romano will flip it all the way to the point of Page. Fighting for it with Bauer. And it'll eventually make its way out. Singh with it. Both Connollys are on him. Tries to send it over to the slot. Weaver not in the right spot. Makes its way back to Singh. Singh sends it towards the slot. Rebound in front. They score. Oliver Bauer will score to tie this game at 1 just like that.
That was just a wild backhand. I don't think Moroska had any idea where that was going to end up. Ends up going upstairs with I think a couple bodies in front as well. So maybe just the screen just kind of threw him off guard. But for Oliver Bauer, one of the veterans of the CMU team, scoring here is nothing short of clutch. They really needed that goal here. They've been on RMU's heels all game long and finally rewarded for their efforts 13 minutes in.
Tartans with it in the offensive zone. Digging for it in front was Singh. He can't find it. Moroska lays a body. Moroska back to the point. Iorio. Iorio flips it. Can't find it. Shot there by Singh. Found a stick of Bauer. He could have had his second right there. Bucci will try and get it out. It's kept in by Iorio. Iorio gets hit by Moroska. Back to Singh. Over to McSweeney. Sent on. Goes wide. Singh, the first one to it, gets hit off. Out of reach of Antonellis. Sent in front right to Moroska as a couple bodies in front.
Yeah, you got Moroska pushing. Bucci's on the ground. Mitch Klim was getting stirred up behind the play with a tartan. And the refs will have to break this one up. So you kind of felt it start to boil over. And you know at some point this was probably going to happen. I'm not sure if they'll take anyone to the box here.
Looks like Singh is just going over to him by himself, so I'm guessing that's going to be a call.
Just Singh? Singh, by the way, get the primary assist on that goal from Bauer, and the secondary will go to Weaver as well. So
Singh for a cross check, so power play that I don't even think the Colonials thought they had because they were starting to line up in front of the Moroska's net.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I disagree with the call. Do I think they should have took both? Probably. I don't know.
I don't even think that's what they gave him a cross check, so I don't think that was for the scrum.
Maybe something we both couldn't see.
Maybe something in the back.
But regardless, the Army power play has a chance to change this game.
9 power play goals for the D4 Colonials so far, looking to make it an even 10 on the season. Tried to be cleared out, can't make it. Antonellis will not be able to keep. He'll send it over to Riffner as he will move in the offensive zone himself. Riffner back to Barr. Back down to Riffner. Tries to find someone. Can't find a body, and it gets flipped out by Wilhelm. Barr on the chase. Will try and flip it out. Can't make it all the way. Antonellis will have it. And now he'll wind up and wait. Barr over to Riffner. Riffner goes behind the net. Still with it. Makes its way to Shaver. Shaver's shot goes wide. Cleared out by Beach. Maraska will go out to play at 1:10 to go on the power play. Riffner will carry it in his own zone. The Colonials look to set up on the power play. Back to Romano. Romano still with it. Behind the net over to Kravitz. Kravitz makes a man miss. Still with it. Back to Riffner. Riffner makes one man miss. Shot on. Gets blocked. Rebound over. And Billy Shaver will not find the back of the net. As all the Colonials started celebrating, ref says no goal. Don't know what happened there. Chris Conley with it in his own zone. He'll flip it all the way down on net. It'll be sent around Maraska back behind the net. Over to Bucci. Bucci tries to switch it to Zeiss Miller. Can't make it and cleared out. On net for Maraska. He'll play it over to Bucci. Penalty expires. Clearing attempt can't make it out. Bauer right in front of the Tartans. Digging for it. And saved away by Maraska. Do we see anything on that no goal call?
From what I saw on the YouTube clip, you can't see the puck. So from our view, you just kind of see it pop out. How it pops out, I'm not sure. But the Colonials aren't happy. I might give the benefit of the doubt to Shaver because unless you threw it through the blue paint, I don't know. It just seems very unlikely.
It's tough from our angle.
It's hard to say. But
Singh will send it in deep. It'll be picked up by Weaver. He'll go behind the net. Pocket pick by Miles. Conley will pick up the scraps. And sent back in by Iorio. Page will have it behind the net. He'll send it all the way down, or it'll be picked up by Lee. Or by Iorio, my mistake. Page tries to send it to Borsch, just out of reach. Back to McSweeney. McSweeney fumbles that one. Makes Borsch miss. He'll flip this one. It'll go off of Singh and behind the net. Singh behind. Conley will pick it up. He gets hit off. Miles. He'll start from his own goal line. He's going to keep moving. Hits the red line. Hits the blue line. Here comes Nick Miles. Sent on off the bar. Another close one for the Colonials. Intercepts a pass out. Is Miles still? He'll try and send it in, and it's going to go in off of Tartan. And Nick Miles has scored after hitting the crossbar.
Redemption. Crossbar says no. You try again. And that unit that started the game capitalizes. There's a reason Coach Bosong has faith in them, and this unit makes them pay. And a goal that maybe could have been called earlier, Miles responds and makes sure the Colonials get what they deserve. It's 2-1.
Will be Miles unassisted, his third of the season. He's off to a hot start.
He really is. And I really like the look of that line right now between him, Borsch, and DiDomenico. And then Renzel as well coming in.
There'll be one back to Bucci. Bucci will flip it up to Maraska. Drask gets taken down, so he couldn't capitalize on the pass. It'll be picked up here by Sheftik. Sheftik will carry. It'll send it in deep. Antonellis on the chase. He will get there. Now Antonellis will send it over to Bryce Maraska. He'll send it in deep. Back to get it is Lee. Lee will send it back his other way to Sheftik. Sheftik will try and flip it up. Poked by Bucci, but still making it as Levin. But Bucci, great defensive play to get there. Bryce Maraska tried to pass that one to Klim, but goes right to the stick of a Tartan. 2 minutes to go in the first. 2-1 the score. Maraska will try and send it over to Klim. It'll make his way over there. He will flip it towards Drass. Unable to get there as it's blocked. Beach behind the net. Flips it behind him to his D partner. Max Sweeney will move up for the Tartans. He takes a tumble. Drass able to pick it. Moving in. Drass, and he gets blown up as the shot goes high and out of play.
Man, third line, couple of good looks here. Drass getting thrown down there, always not a good look. He's been on the receiving end some bad hits throughout this season. You wonder, Andrew, at some point throughout this game, I know it's a 2-1 lead for RMU, but do you think the lines get juggled at all?
I have no idea.
We always have this subtle foreshadowing with D4, don't we?
Riffner's shot could have got deflected by Bosong. Kept in at the line by Shaver. Great chance there. Bar over to Riffner. Riffner moving into the slot. Shot goes high, just over the net. That would have been a beautiful look for Riffner there. Tartan's carrying. It's Morin. Morin gets intercepted by Bosong over to Shaver. Shaver to the slot. Kravitz over to Riffner. Riffner along the boards. Avoids one hit. Will make its way to Kravitz. Kravitz trying to send it across. No one there. Shaver will eventually get there. Sends it on net. Save is and left out by Krofchik. And now Riffner on the clearing attempt. Picks this one off. Lives it for Barr. Sends it towards the net. Bosong in front for Riffner. Digging for it. No one can bury it. Krofchik in front.
Kind of a quick whistle. That puck popped out as the whistle blew. So RMU was trying to capitalize there. But, man, what a play by Ryan Riffner in front of the net on that backhand, trying to go upstairs. You can feel he's itching. And he's had a couple of really good looks here in the first period.
Conley on the draw will try and flip that one over to Zeiss Miller. Won't make his way all the way across. Bauer with it. He'll turn that one over to Conley. We'll give it to Page. Over to Zeiss Miller, who will send it in deep. 15 to go in the first. Tried to be cleared out. Romano can't keep it onside. It'll eventually make its way out. Chris Conley to pick it up. Can't make his way around him. Still sent in front for Zeiss Miller. Rebound in front. Seconds to go. And that will do for the first period. Second line having a great chance to end the period.
Yeah, a great way to end the period. And you say on top here 2-1, something the first period has not been too pleasant for them. So a good end of the period here.
Yeah, definitely good start comparison to the other couple other games. But we will take a 12-minute break. We will be back for the second period. RMU, CMU. We'll be right back. Second period here at the Clearview Ice Arena. Colonials and Tartans getting started. A little tidbit of information. That second goal from Nick Miles, the first goal of the Colonial season that is unassisted.
Really? I find that really surprising, honestly. I mean, there's been a lot of goals throughout the season. For that one to be the first unassisted, insane.
Yeah. Catches it off the turnover, buries it. First unassisted of the season as the Colonials get ready. Looks like Rylan Morgan doing a little bit warm-up, but so is Jimmy Capel, so maybe not anything to look into too much.
Well, and the other thing is the no ice cup between 2 and 3. You need your backups to be ready just in case anything happens. And a little bit tidbit about Rylan Morgan real quick. The entire game he's been sitting on the bench as the divider between the defense and the forwards. I know, you have room on the bench, back of the you're going to take it.
Yeah.
But he's not on door duty. He's just plopping his behind right in the middle of the bench and said, I'm just going to stick here.
Yeah. 2-1. Colonials lead it. We get ready for puck drop here in the second period. And the Tartans will win it right off the draw. Sent in deep by Lee. Shaver will be the first one to get it. Sends it off the back of the net. Who will flip it over to Riffner. Up to Bosong. Bosong up to Kravitz. He can't corral that one. And it's going to be picked up by Sheftik. He's going to try and move it up. Riffner will be poked off his stick now. Barr will send it in. And it'll be corralled by the Tartans. Huge hit there by Riffner as sticks go flying in the yard sale. Tartans will have it behind their own net, flip it to the far boards. Kravitz doing a great job with his stick to flip that one off of his stick. Fumbling over my words there.
Second period, everyone's just going to get back in the groove of it.
Shaver with a good job there of blocking that pass, but it'll eventually make its way back to a Tartan stick. Wilhelm with it. Tries to send it down. Bucci intercepts that pass. Will still make its way to Weaver. He will hold back to the point. Iorio's shot goes wide. It's going to be picked up by back Sweeney, who's pushed in there by Romano. And now here come the Colonials. Zeiss Miller just rolls off his stick just a tad too far. Iorios in, shot saved made by Maraska and covered 18-40 in the period.
So we mentioned the possibility of some line changes at some point, possibly throughout the game. Of course, Andrew, you're in the locker room. Is that something that is going to happen, or?
I heard it might, but there's also a chance that with the game being so close and being winning, it may not happen.
Interesting.
Antonellis will hold it behind the net. Tries to send it around, gets intercepted, but Romano will be there. Chris Conley fighting for it, and they'll lose it. Once again, the Tartans with it. It's Beach. He gets pushed off by Bucci, who will try and flip it to Romano out of his reach, and then back again for the Tartans. Game of back and forth here for the Colonials and Tartans. Zeiss Miller with it. He'll turn it right back over. It's picked up by Bauer. Bauer can't find a man. That time Will off the side of the net, off the shot from Singh. And we flip down. Fighting for it was Iorio. It'll make its way up to Singh. Singh gets hit off, and it's going to be picked up by Chris Conley, who will hold. Flips it up in the air. It'll make its way to Antonellis. Didn't know where the puck was. That came right to him. He's still able to beat out the pass, but McSweeney with so much speed as he's going to zoom in the offensive zone. Sent in, save made, and it's going to go in as Maraska is in the net, so it has to be in.
Yeah, just an unfortunate break. Max Sweeney, though, ahead of steam down that left wall, backhand on. Maraska's trouble with it, and sadly has to take himself into the net to try to make the save, and we're all tied up at 2.
Don't know if it went in on the shot or went in when Maraska went in. Difficult to know where the puck was, but his whole body was in, so
yeah,
it's in the net.
In one way or another, that puck crossed the goal line.
Conley off the draw will flip that one up to Maraska. Bryce Maraska, that is. Can't get it in deep. Here come the Tartans. Sheftik will send it around. It'll be picked up here by Weaver. Sent towards the net. Blockered away by Maraska. Conley gets hit. Klim with it. Tries to flip it up to Bryce Maraska. Far from him. Bryce Maraska can't beat the icing. Beating him out was Ryan Sheftik.
He was toe-to-toe. I'll say he was very close. Benefit that will go to CMU on that one. But icing on RMU as Maraska and Sheftik exchanged some words there after Maraska kind of took him into the wall when the icing was called.
One back for the Tartans. Intercepted by Maraska. Out of reach of Klim. Klim now in a race with Lee, and he will win this one. Klim can't get the pass out in front. Big hit by Maraska. Klim will pick it up behind the net. Klim, bad angle shot, goes off either the pipe or the face mask. I heard a noise, didn't know which loud noise it was though.
Some sort of metal.
That one's going to be sent. Drass fighting for it along the boards with Lewis. Lewis will get it. Conley can't keep it in. He'll flip it back in the offensive zone. Tartans will grab it though. Weaver will carry. Gets it poked off by Conley, who will take it right back. Conley behind the net. 2 Tartans on him. Sent toward the slot, cleared out of there by Bryce Maraska. He will slap it around the boards. Can it get out? And it will. Pinching was the defense. As now here comes Julian Drass. He'll be the first one to it. Drass sends it towards the slot. Can't find DiDomenico as he's rushing in. Sent back around. Borsch to get it. Can't get the pass off. The clearing attempt goes to Riffner. On net, off the post. As here come the Tartans once more. Max Sweeney goes off of Shaver's helmet and into the netting.
A good break there for Girasse. Trying to put one in front there for Borsch and DiDomenico. Could not find an open slot there on the netminder. But a good look for that little makeshift unit there in the mix of a change.
Bad pinch there for the Tartans. Almost turns into a 2-on-0. Just too far, so it has to go behind the net, but they still had a great A opportunity.
You gotta take every chance. Yeah, given able.
Shot gets blocked. Riffner will get it out of there. Borsch will pick it up off of the block. Still with it. He gets taken down, though, and the clearing attempt goes right to Riffner. Shaver in the defensive zone will flip it over to Riffner. He'll flip it over to DiDomenico. He can't get into the zone. Eventually will. Borsch had to stretch a long way to not be offsides. Bad passing attempt there, as Borsch is going to send them back in the offensive zone. And a bad break here for the Colonials. Riffner, though, he comes back, and he's just going to body Jacob Morin off the puck. He's fired up right now. Pass goes all the way to Kravitz. Kravitz is going to find him on the return on the far side. He's going to cut in, gets taken down. No call on the play. Riffner wants a call. Now it's going to be flipped towards center. Kravitz will grab it at the dot. Moves it over to Riffner. Riffner gets taken down, and here come the Tartans once more. Sheftik, he'll dump it in, go for a change. Riffner will move it over to Kravitz. Kravitz will flip it. It'll hit the face mask of Singh, but still make its way out on the second attempt. And Kravitz blocks that pass attempt. A 2-on-1 for the Colonials. Over one pass blocked. Kravitz can't get the pass across to Boson. Antonellis looking to pinch on that one, able to get enough on it to go to Kravitz. Kravitz now gets it poked off his stick. Here comes Bauer into the offensive zone. He'll try and make his way across. Can't find the stick of Weaver. Still with the Tartans moving in. Pass makes its way to Kravitz. Kravitz now has to pick it off the far boards. Now here he comes, one-on-one. Makes his man miss. Shot goes off a blocker and behind the net. Now here come the Tartans. Max Sweeney gets around Bucci. Can't keep it in front. That one will flip its way to the front before it's picked up by Barr. Singh gets hit along the boards. Bucci will pick it up behind the net for the Colonials. He'll flip it over to Antonellis. He'll carry. Has a man on him. Strong stick to keep that one around him as he's going to flip it in while the Colonials change. Losing the puck behind the net, though, with Singh. Chris Conley almost pickpocketed him. Bucci with a bad pinch there. Ends up working in his favor as the pass goes AWire from the Tartans. Kept in by Zeiss Miller at the line again. Sheftik gets hit by Chris Conley behind the net. He's now got it. Sends it towards the net. Romano was there. Couldn't find his stick. Zeiss Miller. He'll send it down towards Romano. Just past him. Conley. He'll get pushed around. Still with along the boards. Eventually we'll lose it. It's going to be picked up here by Weaver. Weaver over to Singh. Singh's shot blockered away into the corner. Zeiss Miller takes a bad bounce. Weaver with it. He gets it poked off his. He'll go behind the net. Now Singh. Singh, it'll make its way to the high slot. Poked away by Romano. He's got to put his jets on it. He's not able to beat that one out from Lee. He'll still get the puck. Flip it towards the net. Before taking it all the way out is the Tartans. That Conley will send it in deep. Offsides was Maraska as he took a tumble.
A little soccer slide tackle taking out the knees of a CMU Tartan.
Tartans now. They'll carry it. It's Beach. Goes down off the top of the net. Looked like it hit the back of the net. Not the back of the net, the side of the net. That one's going to be flipped toward the front. Drass is right there to take it. Colonials with a 4-on-2. Drass moving in. Shot. No one there. Picking up his Lavin. He's going to try and find its way over to Lewis. Unable to get there. Riffner will pick that one. Riffner. One-handed pass to Maraska between the legs. That's a beauty. Maraska tries to send it towards Klim. Can't make its way towards the net. Tartans with it again. Pass there goes off of Riffner and makes way to Shaver. Shaver going to try and break in. Here comes Shaver. He has Renzel. His shot, and he's going to score. Billy Shaver. And they take the lead back. It's 3-2.
Billy Shaver's second of the night. Oh, I'm sorry, first of the night. And what a beautiful shot it was. That makes up for the no call earlier in the game. And you saw him do the Austin Matthews point when he was done with that one, Andrew. And he's been really feeling it. He's had a couple really good shots this game. And for the second time, I mean the first time tonight, he beats the CMU goaltender, and it's 3-2. Sorry, I had to throw a couple jabs in there.
For the second time of the season, we have an unassisted goal.
Oh, back-to-back, huh?
Yeah. Another interception going right into the offensive zone and sniping at top corner on Krofchick.
Second goal of the season there for Shaver as well. He's really starting to pop off lately.
Riffner will send that one around deep. Fourth line on. Miles will take that clear attempt, but turns it right over to Weaver. Morin can't keep a handle on it. Riffner will send it his way up to Borsch. Miles can't get it in, and now it'll be picked up by Morin, who will make his way over to Iorio, who will hold for a little bit. Pass intercepted by Riffner. Has to wait for Borsch to get on side. Barely kept inside. Looked like the ref was going to call it. Riffner behind the net. Tries to find a stick in front. Can't make it to her. Miles will hold at the point. Shot there goes just wide. Renzel behind the net. Can't find someone. Make its way to Miles. Miles in. Goes way high. It'll make its way over to Riffner. Riffner to Renzel. Renzel back to in front. Renzel almost had a nice chance there to get his first career. Miles towards the slot. Shaver just missing the pass. Now here come the Tartans. Weaver within the offensive zone gets his pocket stolen away there by Riffner. Morin will pick up the loose puck. Borsch lays a hit on him, and now he's going to take the puck as a hit of the ref. 2-on-2 for the Colonials. Borsch will just send it in as a full sail for the Colonials. Can the Tartans make them pay for it? And they won't, as now they have to rail back. Sheftik over to McSweeney. McSweeney finds a beautiful lane over to Morin. Morin gets it poked away by Bucci, though. Antonellis tries to find Kravitz. It'll go past him to Bosong. Can he get in? Bosong just shoots it wide. It'll make its way to Kravitz, who can't get a shot off, and cleared by the Tartans. Bucci racing back. Bucci can't get it out. Turned over by Antonellis in front. Rebound is there. No good. Bucci fighting for it. Make its way to Kravitz. Sent back in by the Tartans off the stick of Kravitz. As the Tartans will fight for it. Antonellis will make his way to Barr. No one there for the Colonials, but at least they get it out of the zone. Pass there from Lee goes wide and will make his way to Antonellis off the boards. He'll pass that one behind the net. Bosong can't get there. Beach will send it behind. Barr will be the first one to it. Colonials with the puck as they have a little bit of a battle for it. Antonellis will take it straight from Barr towards the slot. Turned over off the change, and a shot there goes into the pads and cleared out eventually by the Colonials.
You saw Maraska's hand go up there on that last dump, Andrew. Did he want an icing or did he want a penalty?
I have no idea. Now the Tartans still with it. Looked like the Colonials were gaining life after that goal. And then now the Tartans are in full control. Sent in by Lee. Down at the goal line, blocked away by Maraska. Bucci with it. He'll get it all the way out and cleared. This will be an icing. And it is called.
As Ice Miller hopped on, they're trying to hide Kravitz in the back of the bench. They'll find him, though, as Kravitz is an easy target to pick out of a crowd. And they say, yeah, you were on the ice. Come on, get back on there. Trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
They've put him back there where Coach Alex Lytle was. They're trying to get all the way in the back. They can't see you.
Chris Conley's going to win that one, but no one at that wing to take advantage of it. Sent in front, save made. Rebound is sent wide. Great save there by Maraska, inches in front of his net. Conley will move it over to Kravitz. He'll send it to Romano. Now Kravitz can get off the ice. Romano, he'll send it behind the net. there was someone there, that could have been a great passing opportunity.
Yeah, I just had to go for the change. You just need to get fresh bodies on at that point.
Romano fighting for it along the boards. It'll make its way to a Tartan. Larvin will carry, or Lavin. His pass is his dump in is broken up by Conley. We'll move it up to Zeiss Miller. Zeiss Miller waits, looks, fires. Save made. Zeiss Miller will try and send that one around to Conley. We'll hit the other Conley, as both Conleys are on the ice at the same time right now.
Not confusing.
Zach Conley, his shot didn't even get, Kravchuk didn't even see it till it was already over his head. Page's shot saved away. Rebound makes its way to Zeiss Miller. His shot gets blocked. Still fighting for it. Takes a shot. It goes just wide. Tartan's trying to get that one out. Max Sweeney. He'll move it over to Lavin. Lavin will move that one over and dumped in by Lewis. Tartan's going for a full sail. Zach Conley to get it. He'll try and flip it up to Zeiss Miller. Chipped into the offensive zone. No, they say. And an icing on the Colonials.
Sometimes we have a little tougher view up here, but I think he touched it.
I mean, it's hard to tell. You can't
hard
see,
to tell.
but
I mean, that's the closest possible spot for us, at least. I don't know. 50-50 on that one.
Tartans win the draw into the slot. Shot there, saved away on Wilhelm. Battling for it. Shot goes wide. Makes way to the point to Lee. Lee will send it around. No Colonial in the area, so Sheftik will be the first one to it. He'll go behind the net. He's getting bodied by Chris Conley. So that one will be sent back the other way. Wilhelm will pick it up. Zach Conley on him now. And it'll make its way to Beach at the point. Block it away on that shot. Page with it. Tries to send it up the slot. Intercepted. Now here come the Tartans once more. Page with it. He'll flip it towards Klim. He will flip it towards the line. Just barely getting out. Page with it now. Behind the goal line. Try and find a man streaking. Conley almost gets to that one. Wilhelm with it. Chris Conley as confusion as Page yells for offside, so the looked like the Tartans stopped trying. Is Zach Conley once again going on the pressure? The defenseman moving into the zone fully first.
You have speed like that, you can play in both zones, get into the rush and get back just as quick.
Riffner straight off the bench for the change in Conley. Comes back and intercepts the pass as that one's going to be flipped down. Bryce Maraska on the chase. McSweeney, I don't think he thought someone was coming that quickly.
That's one thing RMU's just done really well throughout all season. Their speed for some of their top guys is just immense.
Shot there goes off the dome piece of Brock Maraska and into the stands.
Nice little soccer play there from Maraska. Just take the domer, head that into the netting out of play.
Did get run over last game. Did not feel well for a couple days. Ended up practicing all week, so I know that won't help, but
no. I'm mistaken, a stomach bug as well in the PSA game.
Something like that, yeah.
No, stomach bugs are not a friend, I'll say that. So for him to even be able to play last Saturday and fight through it is all the credit in the world to you, Brock.
Miles will win the draw over to DiDomenico. It's going to be poked free, and Maraska tries to clear that one. Pass gets intercepted, sent towards the slot. A lot of Colonials in the crease. As that one's going to be sent the length for an icing, as no Colonial can get there in time.
Yeah, 4:04 to go in the second. Friendly reminder to those who may not be familiar with how the D4 rules work. Our intermission between periods 2 and 3 lasts
2 seconds.
Yeah, it's not very long. So when we go for an intermission, don't go too far because we'll be back a minute later.
Yeah. Tartans winning the draw once again. Riffner intercepts as he tries to get to Borsch. Borsch flips that one through as a Tartan breaks a stick. Miles dancing. He's going to try and find Riffner, but a great stick there by a Tartan to break that one up. Riffner's going to send it into the offensive zone looking for a bad bounce. Won't get one. as the Tartans will send it back in. Shaver's got to get on his horses. Behind him is Singh, as he will win the race. Miles flips that one out, as he's got to beat Sheftik. Bauer now with it for the Tartans. Makes its way to Singh, battling for it with Borsch. Singh still somehow makes it out. Shot there, gloved away by Maraska, and a whistle.
That broken stick was causing some problems for both teams there, as it was just kind of sitting towards the blue line, so both the defenseman and the opposing forward just trying to avoid the obstacle course and keeping the puck in or getting it out. But off the bench, whoever that CMU player was that come on gets out and helps with that defensive play, because RMU had an odd man break, and they were looking with a head of steam to put one in the back of the net.
Bucci's going to take that one off the draw and move it over to Antonellis from behind the net. Flips that one up to Bosong as he's got a little bit of a short break. He just fans on it. Unable to get a good opportunity as the puck bounced off his stick. Still with it. Poked back to the point. Antonellis' shot gets blocked by Beach. He's now going to carry it. 3-on-2 for the Tartans. Gets around Antonellis, but Antonellis did a great job from behind to lift the stick. Bosong had a great chance. Just pokes it too far ahead of him, so he's unable to get a good shot.
You want the separation, of course, to try to get ahead of that defender. You push it a little too far ahead. You can't get to it, but a nice look to feed Bosong and send him on that mini break.
Tartans win it off the draw. Shot gets blocked by Barr. Next shot attempt just goes right to the stick of Bucci, and now a 3-on-2 for the Colonials. Kravitz with it. Towards Bosong, spinning, gets taken down, still on his feet. Puck goes to Bucci. Bucci from the point. His shot gets blocked. Kravitz will grab it from behind the net towards Antonellis in the slot. He fans on that one. Tartans with it. Bosong, he's got to get some speed, gets taken down. A lot of people fighting for it. He's going to dig for it. It's going to make its way in. Carter Bosong did not give up on it, and he's going to get the goal. It's 4-2 Colonials.
I was watching that puck slowly roll. It went underneath the netminder of Kravchik, and it was literally like a slow motion replay of how slow that puck kind of reached its way into the net. And the ref right on it to make the call that time. 4-2, beautifully done by Carter Bosong.
One thing we don't know about his points. I'll let the refs decide if there are any points. If there are any points, I'll go back and double check. But I don't know if any Tartan touched that.
Yeah, I'm not sure unless they say that Kravchik had a piece of it at some point. Or otherwise, we're looking at our third straight unassisted goal.
Fighting for it along the far boards. They will not give any assists, so we'll double check, but I'm going to say no on any assists on that one. Romano's going to carry it into the zone. A kick pass from the Tartans goes right to Chris Conley. He could have had a chance there. Iorio, he's going to move it forward. Here comes Wilhelm. Wilhelm, his pass gets deflected. Spin around Conley, making sure he doesn't get a shot across. Back to the point. That shot's going to go way wide as he dumps it around. Max Sweeney, his dump attempt gets intercepted by Zach Conley. As Chris Conley and the Colonials were caught sleeping, as here comes Morin. He'll move it over. Oh, Zach Page was looking for a big hit there on Weaver. Zach Conley's going to flip that one over to Chris Conley, and now here he is, as he's going to lose the puck yet again. A common theme for the Colonials this period. Riffner just barely beating that icing.
Yeah, just barely had to do the little stick reach to make sure that he was technically ahead of the puck on that one. And this is times that you kind of wish you were getting an ice cut, because maybe that spot down in the offensive zone, what will turn eventually into your defensive zone, has been causing a lot of problems in period two. And we talked about in the earlier game tonight, where in some areas the ice is a little more choppy than others, and this is kind of a time where you just really wish the Zambia would come out and take a lap real quick.
Tartans will take the draw. They're going to try and cut this lead down to end the second strong. Won't get there. Shaver tries to move it up to Riffner. He can't corral it. It'll make its way back to a Tartan defender. Max Sweeney will try and flip it up to Singh. It'll make its way to Shaver instead. 30 seconds to go. as Riffner hits Barr. Barr can't find Bosong, just out of his reach, and goes to Max Sweeney, who will send it right back to Shaver for the Colonials. 20 seconds to go past their hits Bosong. Almost had another break, and here comes Max Sweeney. Shaver, the only one back for the Colonials, going far. Stick save made by Maraska. 9 seconds left.
Beautifully done by Maraska. CMU has been notorious for these late-known rushes and periods. We saw it at the end of the championship game last year with just a couple seconds to go on the breakaway. Maraska denies them. We see it now here at the end of the second with a really good chance here with a couple ticks on the clock. I don't know what it is with the end of these periods and CMU just going, you know what? Now let's go. We're going to have a great chance here.
Off the draw, Riffner will take it. He's just going to flip it out to center, trying to kill time. Zeiss Miller, he'll take it, though. 2 seconds and 1, tries to hit Romano. Not enough time if he would have made it there anyway. As we hit the end of the second, it is 4-2 Colonials. We'll step away for just a minute and a half and be back. Third period about to start. It's just me right now with Caden McCrory making his way back from a water break as we have an update, 2 updates to be aware of. 1, the Bosong goal, unassisted, no matter what way you look at it. If a Tartan touched it or not, he stole it right from his stick and takes it. On the other side of the news, looking to our left, Rylan Morgan is now in the game.
Interesting. And
something they did a lot last year was rotate goalies through periods, and it seems they're going to try that again. Drass on the entry attempt, unable to keep his skate back.
Also, the intermission music, Phineas and Ferb. I love it. They had Bluey in the warm-ups. I'm loving the music choices today. Also, that was not a minute and a half.
No.
I was running back. They did not need to do that to me. I needed a water break.
Rylan Morgan, who the Colonials are a little more familiar with, faced them in the championship game last year as well as, I believe, all 4 games last year. May have faced the one other goalie, I believe all 4 games last year the Colonials faced Morgan.
I think so. At least on home ice, Morgan was the one to start. Also, an update from D1, down 3-1 at Duquesne after 1.
Drass is going to win that draw back to Bucci. Bucci will hold, send it around. No one there for the Colonials to pick it up. And they clear all the way down for once again, guess what? An icing.
What's that? Our 4th one in 40 seconds?
Yep. That's what it's looking like.
I don't think they're ready to start the period either. Everyone's just like, you know what? I want to rest more.
Yep.
They just keep taking breaks. It's only 10:37 Eastern Standard Time. This is only for me. I've been at 2 different rinks today since 7:45 a.m. Where we were having a very long, fun day at different rinks.
Drass will take that one from the slot, move it down to Maraska. Poke there by Drass. Still fighting for it. He's going to shoot that one. Just goes wide. Sent around. Antonellis can't keep it on the chip. Now here come the Tartans. Lewis. He gets it poked off his stick by Bucci. And then sent in by Sheftik. Bucci will hold behind the net. Bucci will try and flip that one up to Klim. He will get a deflection on that one, so the Colonials' offense and defense and everyone can change except for Brock Morowski. He gets to sit back there and wait.
Yeah, he doesn't have the luxury to head to the bench.
Borsch, though, with a great glove there to steal that one, but just goes right back the Tartans' way. Page will have it behind the net. He'll move it toward Borsch. Borsch makes a man miss, and now he's going to have it. Moves it over to Rensel, who will drop it for Miles. Miles gets knocked into the boards. Borsch will have it, sent towards the front of the net, blocked away there by Morin. Could have been a great chance for Rensel to maybe get his first. Moving in Morin. Sent in, gloved away by Maraska, and another save on his record.
You want another update?
Oh, boy.
So at the end of the first was just a couple minutes old on the text. Now it's 4-3 Duquesne halfway through the second.
Oh, wow.
So we're back to closer.
It's back to close, that's for sure.
But
that game will not end before this game ends.
No, so sadly we will not be able to tell you on here.
We will not be able to relay good news or bad news.
Yeah. Friendly reminder that all teams in action today. 2 have won so far.
One
2
is
teams,
winning.
Yep, 2 teams won last night. Looks good so far regardless, I think, of any outcomes between this and the next one.
Page sends that one down. Morgan goes out to play. It could have been an icing on the Colonials. Instead, the Tartans are going to have to make their way in the offensive zone. Bauer will send it in and around. Can Conley get there? He will not. It's going to be won there by Singh, but no Tartan joining him. Barr will clear that out, but it's kept in by Weaver. He's still got a backhand shot. A lot of bodies in front, sent just high and wide. Sent into the crease, and Maraska will cover after a weird bounce off the glass.
No one really having much possession, I'd say, here throughout the first 3.5 minutes. I'd say no one really has found their footing yet. Maybe the Phineas and Ferb theme song threw everyone off. They're just like, wait, why is this over the jumbo? And everyone forgot how to play hockey for a minute.
Chris Conley will win that one towards the boards. No one there as Maraska went out to try and see that puck. If that's on net, he left a big hole on the side that it was going. Just kept in at the line. Sheftik, Maraska never saw it. Luckily, it went wide. Romano will hold. He'll flip it out. It'll go off the stick of Chris Conley's. He's going to run in for a hit. He'll flip it over to Riffner. Now here comes Ryan Riffner in. Here he comes. Shot goes into the netting as a neck guard is on the ice.
It does look like a neck guard. And Sheftik's. And Sheftik, the one that actually blocked Riffner's attempt there. So losing equipment, making the block, saving a goal. Sheftik really laying it all on the line here for his team.
That's why he has the A.
It is. Also, if you remember this, Andrew, Ryan Sheftik was a member of the CMU club baseball team from last year when we did that game.
Drass wins the draw back to Riffner, sent towards the slot, won't be able to get there. Maraska fighting for it behind the net. Klim will take it. He'll flip it back to Maraska towards the slot up in the air. It's going to land behind the net and be sent over to Lavin. Lavin sends it behind. It'll go all the way around and be picked up by Shaver in his own defensive zone. He'll send that one up. Klim can't get a handle on it. Will eventually put it in the offensive zone. And does not get kept in. Sheftik will have it. He'll flip it over to Beach, back to Morin. Morin, his pass attempt is blocked by Klim. He'll leave it off for Maraska, who will send it in deep, and the Colonials can go for a 3/5 change. Morin with it. His pass attempt gets deflected, and it's going to be picked up by Anson Ellis. He'll flip it towards DiDomenico out of his reach. McSweeney with it. He'll try and send it forward. It'll go all the way down for an icing. Offensive zone face-off for the Colonials.
Only icing number 17 of the period. RMU really needs to get something going here. This fourth line has had a couple good chances throughout the game. Miles getting one on the board. We saw Boris with a change early at the later half of the second. This seems to be like a time where this line needs to come through and get that insurance goal. And I'm looking specifically at number 14, Tulio DiDomenico, one of the rookies.
That one's going to be sent straight to the boards off the face-off. The Tartans are going to have it. It's going to be Beach, the captain. It's going to be moved over to Morin as he's going to move in. Sent across to McSweeney. He gets pushed off by Bucci. Miles coming in to collect that puck. His pass gets blocked. Bucci putting a lot of bodies to people over here. Miles went for a hit, but forces the pass to go straight to Antonellis. DiDomenico in his feet. It'll go over to Weaver. Weaver holds. Makes Bucci fall. Save made by Maraska. Miles will send it around to the near wall. DiDomenico can't get it out. Shot there goes wide off the stick of Iorio. Sent back around by McSweeney towards the slot. Shot there, gloved away, not into the glove, but off the gloves. Now here comes DiDomenico for the Colonials. Tries to find a man. No one there for the Colonials, though. DiDomenico tried to go for a big hit there as he's trying to get back. Weaver. He'll move it over to McSweeney. McSweeney moves this one up. Sheftik. Sheftik will move it in. Zach Conley. Off the boards and back to himself. Over to Page. Page will send it all the way around to Bosong. Bosong will send it out of the defensive zone. Max Sweeney will have it off the dome of Barr. That one's going to go back. A Tartan bounce. Conley will leave it for Maraska, who will pass that one over to Barr, over to Bosong. Carter Bosong tries to leave it, but there was a man in behind him. Wilhelm with a great job getting back to block that drop pass attempt. Page will move that one toward the offensive zone. Blocked on that shot from Beach. Towards the point. Sheftik, his shot goes wide. Back to Lee. Lee at the point will move that one to Beach. Beach fighting with Conley. Turns it over to Barr. Barr can't quite get it out. It'll go right back to him. And this time, he won't mess up, as that one's going to go past Lee and all the way down. Colonials can get a full sail off.
Yeah, Page got away with a penalty down here as well. His stick kind of rode up on a Tartan player. It was actually Sheftik, and got away with a high stick and goal.
As we're going to get not a power play, an icing here.
Yeah.
Once again. You got me thinking about that.
No, CMU could have got a power play, but thankfully, referees are gonna let them play on. Also, shouts to the RMU roller hockey team in Philly. Luke Zukowski in the chat. Brock is definitely looking good in there, and shout out Alejandro Poot as well.
Conley's going to win that draw towards the point, but poked away there as here comes Wilhelm, as Maraska able to flip that one up to Riffners. He's going to turn that one over. As a lot of fighting for it, eventually sending it back to his own defense was Beach, as here comes Max Sweeney, now with good possession. He'll send it in. Gloves saved by Maraska, and he will hold.
Now, Andrew, I want to test your memory real quick.
Oh, no.
What is a tartan?
It's plaid.
Yes, that's right.
It's the plaid of a kilt. The plaid kilt? It's not the kilt itself, but it's the plaid that makes up the kilt.
Right. We had to have this discussion. It took us a long time last year to figure this out.
Shot there is saved away by Marascas. That one's going to be sent towards Zeiss Miller. He'll move it back to Riffner. Riffner will send it all the way around. Romano was there. He's not able to get a handle on it, but it still makes its way out of the defensive zone. Here comes Morin. Morin loses it to Riffner, who's going to send it to Romano, who will drop it to Zeiss Miller. And now here come the Colonials with an on-man rush. Sent on net. Morgan will send it into the far boards. Riffner, though, he's got some wheels on him right now. Riffner back to Shaver. Shaver's shot just goes wide. It's going to be sent down. Riffner fighting with Morin with it. Over to Lavin. Lavin leaves it. Morin's shot is blocked by Shaver, and he clears it out of the way before Weaver can get that shot off. Morin passes that one to Weaver. Now here he comes. Blocked by Maraska. Hit there by Riffner. Tries to get out. Sent in deep by Iorio. Shaver tries to get it out. He will. Chris Conley pinching forward. Got one to beat. Shot there. Save made by Morgan. Turned over. Klim can't get a handle on it. Will make its way to Antonellis for the Colonials. He'll flip it to Maraska, who will flip it into the zone. Morin just fans on it. Maraska could have had a great chance there if he can get around one man. Lavin will move it in. Antonellis and Drass in there for the Colonials. Antonellis will flip it. It'll go straight to Beach, as he's going to hold. Sheftik, he'll move it over to Singh. Singh's shot gloved away by Maraska and covered. 10-34.
Latest update from the Alpha Ice Complex. RMU D1 down 6-4 as we go towards the end of the second period. A lot of goals.
A lot of goals, that's
period.
for sure.
But this one staying a lot closer. The earlier game today, if anyone missed it, was 11-1 D3 over Akron. 7 goals in the first period. I said this game should be a lot closer, and thankfully it is.
Yeah. Tartans will take it. Beach, he'll send it in deep. Bucci will be back to retrieve it. Has Singh on him. His clearing attempt will make its way out of the zone. to be picked up by Bauer. He'll send it in. It was blocked by Borsch, though, before it gets the blue line. And then Bauer will eventually send it in and covered by Maraska. 10:05 to go. We hit the 10-minute mark, basically.
Yeah, we've got to a key point in the game here where CMU has to turn that intensity meter from about where they are at like a 4 probably to like a 7 here. And I know RMU has been in this position a couple times where they just need to play this lockdown defense. They don't need to worry about scoring goals. It's just keeping the puck out of their own net.
Fighting for it. Antonellis will grab it. He'll send it around. Rensel, the first one to it for the Colonials. Bucci will get it out of the scrum. It'll make its way back to the point. Shot there, gets deflected wide. Shot there, save made by Maraska. Rensel with it, tries to clear it once more. That time it will get out. Miles getting on his horse as he tries to beat Sheftik, and he won't be able to. Sheftik with a great job getting back. Page with it. He'll send it behind the net. Make its way to Rensel. Rensel still with it, loses it a little bit. It'll make its way into Maraska, and he will cover. Unfortunate there, as he's going to have to cover that one.
Not necessarily a bad play. Didn't really have much to move forward with. Just get the whistle, reset, get a new line on. And exactly what the Colonials will do.
Barr able to win this face-off back to Conley. He'll send it behind the net to Kravitz, who will send it right back to him. Puts on the brakes, makes one look silly. Tries to make its way up to Kravitz, pinching in his Morin. Conley now. He'll try and flip it out. Won't be able to get all the way down. As Page lays a body along the near wall. Puck is stuck under the body, I believe. As Conley and Page are digging for it. The two defensemen up at the top of the zone, leaving the forwards to play back in case that puck pops out. That one's going to go off the back of the net on the clearing in attempt. Kravitz will try and find Bosong. It'll bounce off his stick. Conley will send it in the offensive zone. Morin with it. Tries to find the stick of Singh out of his reach. Can Page read the icing? And he barely does. And the Tartan bench unhappy about that one as Page was got flat-footed and Singh was coming with a head of steam.
It's another one of those ones where you're going to give the benefit of the doubt to the defenseman. Do I think the Tartans beat it out? I do. By maybe a hair of an inch there. So I'm not in total disagreement with the CMU bench. They're wanting a icing call to be waved off. Also, as we approach 11 o'clock, I know we won't hit midnight, but in honor of our friend Brian Metzler, where's our midnight owls at?
Oh, we won't quite hit there. We only got 8 minutes left. We'll hit 11 o'clock, that's for sure.
We need the 11 o'clock owls. Where are we at?
Here comes Singh. He'll move towards the slot. McSweeney gets robbed by Maraska. He gets across on that one. Great save there. Beach will have it. Loses it to Singh. Goes back to Beach. Beach dangling with it. Zeiss Miller now. He'll take it away. 2-on-1 developing for the Colonials. Zeiss Miller with it. Sent in. Goes wide, I believe. Romano. He'll flip it back to Zeiss Miller. Back down to Romano. Romano sent in front as he gets bodied. Riffner winds and fires, and that one's going to go high. Back to Shaver. Shaver sends it around past the stick of Romano. Max Sweeney will be the first one to it. Riffner keeps it in at the line. He'll hold down to Zeiss Miller. Tries to find one more. That one's going to flip just wide off the stick of one of them. Both sticks were right in the same place. That'd be one we have to go back and look. Riffner with it. He'll send it. He'll go behind his own net, letting the Colonials finish their change. Just past the stick of Riffner. Bounces off Bosong. Sent in. Kravitz could have had a great opportunity, but Bosong just a tad off sides. Antonellis pitching a little hard on that one. Coming off the bench. Poked there by Barr. Barr going to move that one over to Kravitz, and here comes Kravitz moving in. He's got a shot, and it just goes wide. Kept in at the line by Bucci just barely. fighting for it with a tartan. It'll take a bounce and go to the far boards. Bosong takes a tumble. It's going to be sent around. Can Barr win the race? He'll sure as well affect it. And here comes Kravitz over to Barr. Barr's shot gets deflected. Rebound towards the net. And covered by Morgan. 6:14 to go in the third.
Really good chances there for the Colonials, but going back to that save that Mrazka had, robbing McSweeney on the back door, really keeping the Colonials in this game and preventing CMU from getting any life with a goal there to make it a one-goal game.
Third line jumping on, one of the hottest lines for these Colonials. Drassa win that one towards Klim as him and Lee take a tumble towards the ice. Sheftik will move it up to Lavin. Lavin gets knocked off the puck by Mrazka. He's now going to try and send it in. Beach intercepts that chance. He'll send it towards Lavin. Bounces off his foot. And now here come the Colonials. They've got a lot of speed. Mrazka just barely offsides. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, very, very close. Maybe the skate just a little ahead there, but if it was not by much. But the linesman obviously the one to make the call, and this will head to the outside.
Equipment manager Travis unhappy about the call. He put his hands up in distress.
I love the reactions from the equipment manager Travis. He has just been a pleasure to watch throughout these home games.
Sheftik, he'll send it down. Bucci will pick up the loose puck. Tries to send it to Mrazka. Takes a weird bounce and goes to Beach. Beach, his pass is intercepted by Mrazka. Now here comes Mrazka moving in. He's got Drassa in the slot. He'll try and find him just too far out of reach. Klim will make his way back to Bucci. He'll send it backhanded toward the boards. No Colonials there, though. Lee moves it. Morin. His clear attempt gets blocked. On net. Rebound is cleared. As a couple 13s digging for that one. Morin unhappy with Klim's digging attempts.
Yeah, keep going till the whistle is what you're taught, and Mitch Klim will take that plus one more anytime he's in front of that net. He's still looking for his first goal this season, and he's been beyond due, I'd say that, the junior.
Klim, his whack attempt worked because Morgan got up like he thought it was not there anymore. And that one almost could have been dangerous.
Yeah, that one as well with Borsch parked in front, and you see taps to DiDomenico putting that one on net. And there's that fourth line again. They're buzzing.
They're feeling good. Miles in on the draw. Will not be able to win this one. It'll be taken by Singh. Singh gets it poked away by Miles. Borsch's shot from wide goes into the back of the netting. We can see it from here, but that's not the back of the net. That's the back of the
back of the net.
Yeah.
Not the back of. You know what we mean.
Yeah, it's not in the net.
It's on the outside.
On the outside, underneath that little piece of fabric.
Yeah, for us, perfect view. For everyone else, you have no idea where that puck is.
Makes his way back to Conley. He'll try and move it to Borsch. Intercepted, though, by Weaver. Here come the Tartans. Blocked by Page on that attempt. Still fighting for it. Eventually, the Colonials will get it out. Borsch with it. He's got a stick up in his hands. Still with it to DiDomenico. Backhand shot. That would have been a great one for the first. Miles. Dancing. Shot gets set around the net by Morgan. DiDomenico fighting for it. Now here comes McSweeney. He's got to beat Zach Conley. He loses the puck and takes a tumble. Zach Conley, I don't know if he did that, but if he did, great play on the defense.
Yeah, it really was. If he did do that, of course, cleanly as well.
Miles moving in. That one might have been slightly offsides, don't know. Miles will send it around. Romano can't get there. It'll be pick up by Iorio. Iorio's pass is deflected by Romano. It'll make its way to Zach Conley, who will send it around. Morgan will pick it up behind the net. Morgan tries to move it up. Dice Miller almost picked off that pass. Shaver keeps that one in, barely at the line. Here he comes. Shot save made. Rebound is covered. Romano tried getting that one.
I talked with Sal momentarily during our 20-second intermission break, and he looked at me and he said, Tolio's due. I've been telling him for weeks now he's going to get his first one, and a couple really good looks here in period 3. I'm not sure if Mr. Settle down there is manifesting a brother goal, but if not that, he's had some really good opportunities here tonight.
It'll be taken by Lee. Lee will flip this one up and straight to the stick of Riffner. You'd think they'd be on the same team with how perfect that pass was. Shaver will send it in deep, forcing the Tartans to regroup. Here comes Beach, poked away by Miller, but it goes right back to him. Beach's shot gets tipped away. Romano will get there. He'll flip it out. Back to get it is Sheftik. Over to Lewis. Lewis takes a tumble. Shaver with it. Will try and poke it past him. Can't get there. And Shaver's going to get called for it.
I understand the call there. Just getting the stick in there, a couple whacks. I'll get him for the cross check. Yes, Austin. I guess it's technically midnight if we go no without daylight savings. But RMU penalty kill. Their first of the game, if I stand corrected on that.
Yes.
All right. So second special teams of the game.
The second power play of the game for either team. It's been a very clean game.
Which is good. We love to see clean hockey.
Yes. 2:51 to go. Tartans will win the draw. Over to Sheftik. He gets it poked off by Maraska. He will send it around. Won't be long before Morgan leaves is my guess.
How long, you think?
Well, he was so far out of his crease already going to play that one. I don't think it'll be long. Moving in, McSweeney. Behind the net. He'll move it up to his D-man towards the slot, poked away by Beach. Antonellis will get this one out. Regrouping are the Tartans. McSweeney with it. He'll pass it back to Sheftik. Sheftik trying to get around Maraska. Still can't. And it's going to be turned over to Antonellis. He can't get it out, though, at the line. Over to the slot. Shot save. Made. Maraska sliding across. Miles can't get that one out, though. Over to Beach. Beach, top of the circle. Shot blockered away. Sent in front. And a big scrum in front of the net.
What we said about a clean hockey game turned very much changed in a matter of seconds there. As there's just an extra tap to Maraska that all four Colonials took exception to there.
Morgan's going to be standing at the bench, so presumably maybe a 6-on-5 right now, but we don't know, especially with the offensive zone faceoff. No idea what's happening, actually. Will be an offensive zone faceoff. Morgan will head back to his crease, so no empty net yet. Timeout. I believe it is CMU, so timeout CMU, and now they're going to signal Morgan to go to the bench just after he went back to the crease.
So no penalties out of that.
Somehow.
I don't know how. And I think in other leagues you take everybody and you send them to the dressing room.
I say specifically, I don't know, I didn't see the number, but there was one Tartan who came beeline toward the net to defend his players.
Might have been Weaver. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but that's definitely a penalty. You cannot skate from that far away that he was at to come join a scrum.
Yeah, and I think at this point in the game, I think the referees are just kind of letting him play it out.
Yeah, in a close game like this. And it's Maraska's going to complain.
He's going to push the puck down there as well. Send it to its rightful spot on the face-off dot.
As a lot of complaining here about where the face-off's going to be, as the puck was originally at the dot. Maraska sends it down. It will be a defensive zone face-off for the Colonials. I don't think Maraska's happy about that.
I feel like it should be outside. For everyone being involved in the scrum, I feel like it should be outside. If not, if you really want to be picky, you take it at center ice.
Maraska wanted a word with the ref, and he just ignored him.
Morgan is officially out of the net here.
Morgan is out of the net. Drass going to win that draw cleanly back to Riffner. No icing because of the penalty. That one almost bounced its way in if it takes a weird bounce off the stick. Tartans will carry. Max Sweeney moves in. Riffner able to take the puck off of his stick. Behind the net, Morin. Over. On net. Rebound is sent wide. Antonellis will try and clear that one out. Wilhelm back to the point. Sent down. Beach. Over to Max Sweeney. Picked up by Beach. He'll move it to Singh. Sheftik. Singh. Across. Can't get the shot off. One more attempt. Sent wide. Morin. Morin's shot is blocked by Shaver. Riffner with it now. He'll send it the length of the ice. Just wide. Icing will be a call. Oh, Drass had his high horse on, though. Trying to beat that one. Stick lift sends the stick flying. Don't know if he's going to get called for it. 35 to go. 2 goals needed for the Tartans.
Doesn't look like they'll get him for a penalty at least. But 36 seconds.
Was after the whistle. Timeout, Colonials looking to draw something up. I don't know, maybe you put, I know it's a crucial situation, but do you put DiDomenico, you put Renzel out there?
You maybe consider one. But also you want to preserve the game. I know 36 seconds and 2 goals is not the most far-fetched thing in the world here, so you got to play conservatively and putting your best defensive players out there too. So it's probably a tough call here for Coach Bosson.
It's definitely a tough call for sure. 35 to go in this game. Marasquez looked really strong especially after the first period. The one wasn't his fault. The other one, I don't even remember the other one, so I don't think it was that's his fault at all.
Yeah, if we can't remember it, we can't specifically point and say, yeah, that was probably one he should have back.
Can the Tartans come back with 35? Can the Colonials get the empty netter and seal it, or do they just seal it along the boards? We saw that in we didn't see it, but the women's game, we saw it, as in me and you.
Yep.
Holding it against the boards the last 20 seconds of that game, and Brockport unable to get it cleared.
D3 did the Kent State for 7 minutes last night.
Tartans, they'll hold it. Back to the point. Sheftik, he gets hit into the wall by Kravitz. Big hit there by Shaver. Bucci can't get it out. Digging for it. It's behind the net. It's picked up by Kravitz. He can't get it out. Barr flips it for Kravitz. He's got to get around him. Can he? Sends it towards the net. Off the post from Kravitz. Sent around the net and sent in 3 seconds to no icing, and that will do it. Bucci takes a tumble to end the game. And the Colonials take down the Tartans 4-2. And a stellar performance all around by the Colonials after a heartbreaker last game.
Yeah, they needed this. They really did against the tough CMU team. And maybe it counts for divisional points, maybe it doesn't. I mean, there's a lot of matchups between these two teams. So you don't know at the end of the day if it's going to help you out in terms of divisional points, but at least in the morale standpoint, you got the one game against these guys out of the way. It's definitely beneficial in other areas if it does not help you in the standings.
That is for sure. May help, may not. We know there's one game that the D4 Colonials will play against the Tartans that will not count for league standings. We did not get confirmation if this was that game or not, so that'll have to be talked about later.
Yep.
So, what are we going for your 3 stars of the game?
Well, I'll give the third star to Tulio DiDomenico for a couple great chances. The rookie really impressing as of late. He's kind of earned his spot into the lineup. I thought he's been really impressive throughout tonight's game. Second star goes to Carter Bosson, 2 points on the night, the 4th goal and the primary assist on the opening goal of the game. And then my first star goes to Brock Maraska. Another stellar performance from the netliner. He has been lights out for the Colonials with a huge win here, and they really need him to be on his A game if they want to make a deep playoff push.
34 saves for Maraska as of now. League may go back and challenge that. It's league, I mean me. Make sure we get the correct, save percentage for him, as that will be it for this weekend. Colonials going 5-0 so far. Don't know about the full 6-0 sweep yet.
No, to be determined, obviously. I know third period about to get underway at Alpha Ice Complex between Duquesne and RMU, so knock on wood. If not, 5-1, I think is still a very good weekend for RMU Club Sports.
Still a pretty good weekend indeed. What do we got next weekend, though?
Friday night, D3 host UPJ, and then on Saturday, D4, you guys will host Cleveland State if they exist, and then followed by D1 hosting John Carroll.
So that will be it for us here today. Andrew Keel alongside me, Caden McCrory. Colonials win 4-2 over CMU.